This is me about like 6 years ago.
No, stop. Solo
That
view.
doesn't even look like you.
You aged in reverse.
Yes.
Wait, what? Who is this person? This is not you.
Yeah, that's me.
Nina's
Like-
a skinny legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do? Yeah. What did
Nina,
you do?
You look like you've been skinny your whole life. Like you have that life.
No.
Skinny.
Mhm.
Why do you think I'm hard on like, you know, bigger people? Because I understand the pain. I've gone through the struggle. I've lost the weight. I've gone through that battle and I've been through the other side. And I'm like, you can do it. Like, don't give me that excuse of like, you know, I can't do it because of this bullshit. No, it's all cope. It's all fucking bullshit. You're just you're just lying to yourself. This whole healthy body, or you know, what was it,
Brave
body
body.
positivity bullshit is all bullshit.
It's a
Don't
cope.
kid yourself. You're just unhealthy and lazy. Like, just get off your fucking ass.
When
That's
I first moved here, I gained 13 pounds, which is like not that much, but I'm small.
You're
so it's a
small.
lot. I'm small. It's a lot of weight. And I felt terrible. I felt awful. Just with 13 pounds, I felt slow. My anxiety was really bad. I was tired all the time. I felt just sluggish constantly. It was awful. I do not recommend. One out of 10.
Nina,
your
did you
moment?
keep the tits? Did you keep those tits?
I
Just
lost a
curious.
little bit of it. I lost a little bit of it.
Okay.
Just a little
I think
bit,
that's worth
but
the trade. Also,
is
what's
worth
your
the
fat
trade.
food? What's your like fat pig out food?
Fat person
when you were
food?
fat? Yeah.
When I was like really big, pizza. All the time, Brittany.
No, don't say that because I eat
Pizza.
that shit so much. Don't say
Pizza,
that.
girl. Pizza and pop.
How much
and
pizza would
pop.
you eat?
All the time, like almost every night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
And,
have
like,
this
You're having
diet
it every night,
addiction.
Venti.
Almost every night. And it was the thick bread too. Like, so it wasn't like, you know, the thin breads or anything like that. Brittany, this is why when I was listening to you the other night, I was like, this is one of the ways that I got away from the pizza curse that will definitely curse you at some point in your life. Get the toppings. Get onto the toppings. Get away from the bread. So what you want to do is get some pepperoni for yourself. Get some cheese. Get some peppers or whatever you like on your pizza. Put that shit in the pan. Mix it up for yourself. And then eat it like you're eating the toppings. And then you're not eating the bread. And you're fine. You're keeping up with that diet. You're
That's
cutting out that
genius.
carb.
Whoa.
But
That's
the bread's the best.
motivational
I'm actually
pizza
gonna do
speaker.
that.
Pizza. This is a pizza hack right here.
This
I'm
is
telling
so
you right
skinny.
now. I'm
love
telling you
this.
right now.
But are you
It
saying
will-
to not eat it with the pizza? Like just eat the toppings? Because then
Just
it's not
eat
pizza.
the toppings. Just
But then
eat
it's
the
not
toppings.
pizza.
It
Stir fry.
is. It gives
Stir
you
fry.
that
What are you doing?
illusion. It gives you that illusion that you're
Oh
eating
no.
the pizza, but
There's
you're
no
not.
way. See, I don't do toppings on pizza, so that would never trick me. But it's still not
don't
pizza.
do-
Like pizza's the crust with the
What do you mean you
cheese and
don't
the
do
sauce.
toppings?
I just like cheese and extra cheese, and that's it.
Okay,
If
so you're basically
you're
you just
not
like a cheese
afraid-
quesadilla.
Of looking like a
I do it.
psychopath, you could just eat the face off the pizza. Like, just like,
Yeah.
Like a kid that just like
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
do that. I would just pick off all the cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you
scrape
should
it.
do.
Okay, you
I
know what I
mean,
do?
I like bread.
Okay, I'm gonna share my skinny moment. Okay, so when I go to eat hamburgers, this looks psychotic, but I do it anyway. I don't care if people judge me. So like I take off the top bun because it saves like 100 calories if you just take off the top
and you don't
bun.
miss it.
I do that
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time, Brittany.
Oh really?
All the time. Yes, of course. And you can do lettuce burgers instead of the bread. So you're just
Nina,
like,
let her have this. Let her have.
Just
Act like you've
crunching
never
it.
heard of this idea before.
you
Like,
have
wow.
to. You got to think of ways to cut out the carb, but still keep that cheat, like so that you feel like you're actually still eating the burger, but you're really not. But you are.
I
Carbs are the
have
best
one
part.
that's. Wait, what?
The carbs are the best part.
I know they are,
Oh,
Anna.
I love carbs.
But having a nice body when you don't have amazing mutant genes like you that you have to you don't understand, Anna.
I
You
know.
have the mutant genes.
She's lucky.
Yeah,
I do.
I just think
Another
you need
thing-
to get over it and face reality and just eat healthy and just be
And-
happy with that.
Aw.
And that too, Missy.
No,
Missy, were you ever fat?
No faking, just be honest.
I don't think you were ever. Were you ever fat, Missy? I can't detect if you were fat.
I
or
had
not.
like I had a chubby pre-college, and then I shedded all of it when I went to college because I joined jujitsu. So that like
Wow.
Oh,
Totally.
great workout.
just it'll just shred
Mhm.
every little mistake you ever made.
I've never been
disagree,
more winded
though.
in my life. Oh,
Yeah.
than with jujitsu or boxing.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of Jews there?
Whoa. So this is a book that was being advertised earlier today. So this chick is like, this anthology that this person put together is so excellent. The stories are scary as hell, but also
Body
have
is
a
scary as
body
hell.
positively message that I really like. Kudos to all the authors in it. Great job. And it's called Diet Riot. And it says a fatter punk anthology. And it's about a big black woman with I don't know. It looks like she's like in Antifa and she's going around. I don't know. I don't think she's ever been on a diet in her life, but
It's like every black woman I worked with at now this.
What is the storyline? You gotta go loot a CVS? Like, what is the plan here?
I have no idea.
Halfway through, like, you think she's gonna actually use that bat? Like, she's gonna get one swing in
mid swing. She's like,
I didn't sit down.
So I retweeted it and I said bruh, and then this Emily girl was like, what? I think it was really good. And I was like, yeah, it looks like a really heavy read. And then she blocked me.
Oh,
that's funny.
So I was just I wanted to know.
Interest to support it. Like if there's a market for that, great, then it should thrive. But
no, it shouldn't thrive, Chrissy. This is where we're at right now. This is why I'm here to stop this bullshit body positivity crap that we're trying to normalize. Stop normalizing this shit. This shit's not normal. It's fucking bullshit.
Because not only that, where it's unhealthy and you're promoting something that's unhealthy, but it's not even a fair market. Like, only the things they want to be marketable get to be marketable. Everything else gets deplatformed, censored, et cetera, et cetera. So, like,
it's just denying reality. That's really what it boils down to. It's because you don't want to face the truth of the matter. So you rather keep filling your head with delusions and excuses. Yeah, coping is a sense of delusion. So that's what they are. They're just filling that. And you know what? You're only going to get more disappointed, more depressed. It's only for the worse. The worse is only going to keep growing the more you behave that way.
And you know what? Fat Nina would have agreed with skinny Nina. Okay. I don't think Fat Nina would have wanted little girls to be, promoted this bullshit to. Okay. Because that's what this kind of book does, right? They want kids to read these fucking fat superheroes and be like, oh, it's okay for us to be fat because then we can see each other in this fucking book. It's like, no, lose some fucking weight. Get off the couch.
There was like, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. I've been yammering.
Just a quick story. Just a few months ago in Orlando, there was a 14-year-old kid who, which I blame on the body positivity movement, was not told he was too fat to get on a ride, and he died. He was didn't hold him in enough, so he literally was pancaked down. And that's obviously we know body positivity, the movement, and also obesity is deadly, but that's like such a quick, easy way to show you how deadly it is, because they probably didn't want to tell him, hey, you're probably too fat to get on the ride. So this is us being nice by letting you literally die at 14 years old, which is terrible. But
that was awful.
Exactly to my point. 100%. That's so sad.
Wow. Is that the new one that happened? Like the
that was pretty recent.
The ride dropped and he
oh no.
Yeah,
I didn't know the details.
He was too big and the thing wouldn't lock in place. Yeah, it was awful.
But at the same time, isn't that like survival of the fittest? Like, shouldn't you be smart enough to know, hey, this thing didn't lock, I probably shouldn't ride it?
Yes, Anna, that's exactly.
Apparently he got turned down on the 3 rides.
He did.
Prior.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
7 foot tall, 200
Jeez,
pounds.
get the hint, buddy.
He should have been
at that point. I mean, I feel bad because he's a kid, but also it's like, people die on roller coasters. There's a reason why there's a height and a weight limit. And they even have them, because he was at Universal Studios. They have it before you get on the ride, where you test out to see if you will fit on the ride before you get in line and wait. And they have that for almost every single ride except for like the kid rides. So I don't know. I have a hard time being sympathetic.
What's worse, having hurt feelings or a dead kid? I feel like, hurt dead feelings is probably.
But we're the bitches for pointing this out. Like, we're the bad guys online for pointing this out. When realistically, like, these are the consequences. They're literally deadly. Like, that's okay because you're like trying to cushion people's, antithetical to reality's ego. Like it's just completely opposite to what, like you were saying, Missy, just completely antithetical to actual reality.
Just, and that's the thing. I think it also boils down to, what do you want? Do you want to be fat? If you want to be, then fucking go for it. No one's telling you can't be. But it's also like we're saying that it's not the best choice. But if you want to not be, then these are the steps you're going to have to take. Sorry, it's going to be a little more difficult. It's just like the 600-pound life. I love that guy who comes in. He's like, you're too fat. You'll need to stop eating
that
this
guy's
stuff. He's the greatest. I love him. Well, you're eating 7 rolls of Oreos. You'll need to stop that. Like,
how about you stop it? 2 Oreos.
Just stick to 2 rolls.
Like, nobody's preventing you from being fat, but don't you try to convince me that fat is healthy.
Yes.
Like, you rewrite.
It's the driving down our throats of the antitheticals, like you're saying. It's just the stop driving this down. It's not true. It's not reality. Or stop force feeding it. Jamaicans have this great phrase. It's called stop force riping. You cannot force ripe. You cannot force ripe something. It will ripen on its own time.
Force rape? Oh, wow.
It did sound like that for a second.
She said not force rape.
All rape? Force?
Were you raped or were you force raped? Let's be real.
It was surprise back.
Did you like it? Did you come?
Once in a while.
Were you wet?
Yeah, that's how I feel about the whole thing. I don't care if you want. I honestly don't give a shit. If you want to be fat, be fat. But it becomes a problem, when you're shoving it on your throat. And also, it is a drain on the healthcare system. Like that is something that takes up resources and stuff. Yeah, like that. And that's the reason why, there are many reasons, I'm sure, but one of the reasons why insurance premiums can go up and sort of things like that. Like, I don't give a shit, but it does affect other people.
But see, this is where it starts, right? It starts with body positivity for like whatever. It doesn't matter the sex at this point, right? And it leads to men can get pregnant. And now you have like fucking pictures of Calvin Klein with a dude or whatever that's supposed to be quote unquote pregnant. And this is the delusion that Missy you're talking about here. It's like, it just reiterates like this fucking delusional shit that we're into, like over and over and over. It literally is. Yes, you're right, Missy.
Listen, you're crazy, fat, ugly, and disgusting, and you're gonna fucking like it.
What is this? What is this?
And body positivity, I think, it starts with a good intention, because there's a lot of young girls who grow up looking at those stick thin models and trying to look like that when they don't have they will never look like that. No matter how much work you do, you're just not going to. I don't think body positivity is a bad thing, but they always take these things and they take it way too far.
They co-opt it.
They co-opt it, yeah.
That's the point, because body positivity was supposed to be about things that were out of your control, and weight usually isn't one of those. It's like, for example, someone like me, I have big feet, right? It's really hard for me to get shoes. Body positivity would be great for me. Like, it should be more inclusive with shoes and stuff, because I can't. What am I supposed to do about my foot? But now it's like, oh no, let's turn it into about these fat bitches who have no self-control.
Like, or like my hair, or like even my hair.
Yeah, exactly. Curly hair. Yep.
Curly hair was like a thing that like I could never kind of accept about myself, because I was always like, people always made fun of me, or like, that's why I wanted a straight hair. Yeah. Like you don't take care of it because it's like frizzy or whatever. And it's just like, no, this is just the way it fucking is. Okay. It just doesn't work the way.
But you know what? Even another thing too, those women who are these scrawny bodies and all that, they come back and say how unhealthy they were to even
it was horrible.
Achieve that. And they were so miserable and depressed. So I think we need to take both sides of this spectrum, this obesity and this anorexia. Anorexia, is that a word?
Anorexia. I like that.
Wow. Boom. Okay. But it's true though that they're both very unhealthy and they're both very mental, and we need to really get into this mental the mental health
of it all.
Mental health in general, of like where it is and why. And it really does boil down to just just delusion. It truly is all delusion. Yeah. And
cope and seed.
For me, seeing the Calvin Klein ad, I'm like, for me, that makes it so easy. Good. I don't have to even think about buying something from them ever again. Just like I did with Victoria's Secret.
Just like Victoria's Secret.
Like,
that's
good,
right.
Done.
Yeah,
I already have too much choice. I'm already inundated with options. Like, perfect. I can cross this off the list. Like, I will go out of my way not to buy from these companies. So
Yeah, so I just put an article on the back here that it basically, if you scroll down to the part that says average size for women in America, this person explains that it used to be 14. Well, apparently it was historically reported as 14. Then the clothing industry somewhat took this into an account, adjustable sizes, though most labels didn't even do that. The majority of clothing lines still sell up to size 12, and that's it. Then a study published in 2016 in the International Journal of Fashion Design, Technology, and Education revealed that the average size of an American woman is now between 16 to 18, which is an increase from 10-year-old data that indicates that most women in the U.S. were size 14. This information even further brings into light the need for clothing size in clothing sizes and above the previous acceptable numbers. It's infuriating, really, and it's time for something tangible is done, blah, blah, blah. The authors of the study determined that the average waist circumference has increased 2.6 inches since 1988. So that's basically what's going on here.
Wow. And look, there are some curvy women, but there's like such a big difference between curvy. Like some women are just thick and they look good, and some people like that. And that's like, and that's what I mean by everybody has a different body type. There are some girls who are just naturally very thin, naturally straight up. Some girls who are naturally curvy. Like it's all over the place, and everybody has a preference. There's someone out there that likes whatever body type you have. Big boobs, small boobs, doesn't matter. But there is a huge difference between curvy and obese. You know what I mean? Like
I do know what you mean.
Yeah, most women are kind of on the shorter, like, I don't know, most women are like what's the average height? 5'4", I think. 5'3". Yeah. So if the average woman is like around 5'3", 5'4", they're saying the average weight is 170 pounds. Like that's
insane.
Big.
I'm like trying to lose weight now. I'm down to 116 and I'm like, I need to get the last 3 pounds off. I'm also insane, but you know.
Oh my God. Your life is so difficult, Zia. No,
it's very hard.
How to determine your healthiest weight range. Okay. Oh, the BMI. Although if you are more muscular, it doesn't really take that into account.
That's true. That's the other thing.
That's also true.
Muscular, yeah, you can be considered obese, but have very little body fat. That's also possible.
My
dad was technically obese, but he was fucking ripped. You guys saw.
Oh yeah. Zia's got a DILF.